guys, this is Francis, and
Hello.
Francis is the present Fab training. Hiya, Francis. How you doing, girl?
I'm good, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can.
good.
Everybody hear Francis okay? Let me look for if there's any comments coming up. Pastefa, how are you doing? Anna? Hey. Yolanda again. Oh, blessings, sis. How are you doing? Good to have you guys here with us. Deborah, welcome. Good to have you guys here tonight. So, so I wanted to bring Francis on, and Francis is on the Fab train at the moment,
Oh, yeah.
and we're a few months in. So, Francis, just tell us about your business and where you've been, and what made you decide to do that the Fab training would be right for you right now.
Cool. Well, I started a label a good couple of years ago, actually. I did start selling, and it picked up pretty quickly, but I wasn't really happy with what I was producing. I didn't really feel that what I was doing really was what I wanted to do, and I knew that something was missing with what I was creating. So I actually closed the business because I thought I needed to rethink my strategy. And after a while, obviously, the need to get back into it has come about. But I really didn't know. I had obviously made mistakes along the way, lost a bit of money as well. And it was literally a learning process. But I felt that I wanted to start again, but I wanted to start again with a bit more structure to my strategy, a bit more thinking behind what I was creating, and, a bit more of a story, to make more of a story. Now, African fashion has always been like a passion for me, more, and I would say more than just, the design and the flamboyancy of it and the color and the vibrancy, but it's more about, for me, the creativity and the craftsmanship that goes behind what we do in our traditional traditional pieces, whether it's like accessories, shoes, or even clothing. And I feel that, we've got to a point where, people are seeing the print that we have out there as as the only option. When I know, we are, and we have a lot more than that. We can do a lot more than that. We can contribute to the industry as it stands. And I wanted to be part of that story. And obviously I've known Jackie for a while, and she said, you've got to do this. And I thought that, well, now is the time to do it, actually. Now that I feel this way, now that I know what I'm looking for, then it's better to be with someone who actually knows what I need, and now I know I can ask the right questions in order to get to where I need to be. So I joined the course.
Did you feel ready at the time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No. I was going to say yes and no. Yes, because I knew I needed to do this, and this is how I wanted to do it. No, because fear is there, and the whole apprehension of going through the whole same process again. But to be fair, it's now I've made those mistakes, I know not to make them again. So it's more of a not so much of a race anymore. Now it's more about really being methodical and strategic about where I am and what I'm doing, because that end piece in the end has to basically communicate that. And that's what I think will bring someone to buy my product, someone who truly understands what they're looking for.
See, the fact that you started already, some people would say, oh, she's already started, she's already in the industry. But then you had like a particular, strong look for what you were doing. But now we're talking about changing things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the fear aspect. To me, it's I'm thinking, right, I already have an aesthetic. I know I know how I look. I know how I dress. I know how I dress the woman that my avatar. I can see her already. I know who she is, which is great. But even back then, when I was designing, I felt I had to catch myself, because I was constantly thinking, I'm competing with the high street, I'm competing with trends, I'm competing with all of these things. And to me, that blocked a lot of the creative process. I don't think there's any designer that doesn't go through all of those fears and those apprehensions every time they create something or they design something. So whether I've been in the business for like years or been in for a minute, I think you always start from scratch. I think the saying is you're only as good as your first, the there's your last collection, exactly. So you never know. One minute you can be great, next minute you can bomb, and I think that's the fear. But you do it. Do you know what I mean? You do it for the love of doing it and for the passion behind it. So yeah, whether, I mean, like what helps you in the end of having the connections, so that you can go, who to go to and who to talk to and where to go for what you need. I guess when you're starting out and you haven't got a clue, that is scary. And I basically did that exactly as Jacqueline would have told you. I made the same mistakes, and I spent a whole lot of money, and didn't really think things through as properly as I could have. So yeah, I'm really happy that someone is holding my hand. Yeah.
Okay. So for you, how important is it that you are producing Africa? Because you are of African heritage.
I am of African heritage. I'm from Cameroon. I truly love my culture. I truly love where I'm from. I truly love my continent. I've always, obviously I went to school there for a bit, came back to the UK, and I think that stint back home really helped me, define my own identity. I've always, worked with print. I've always, made like little bits and pieces to wear, and, people have admired the little things that I've done. But for me, that was more of my connection to who I am and what I wanted to portray. But I used to wear my print to work, and people were like, "Why are you wearing print to work?" And I'm like, "Why are you asking such a question? Aren't they clothes? Don't we wear prints?" Those sort of things. But for me, we are a lot more than just the wax, and I wanted to basically, introduce that. I think that we are our continent is totally ready for that business and in that international business, and it's time for Africa to stand on its own and say, hey, yeah, we have these skills, we have this craftsmanship, and we can do that. And I would love to be an advocate for that. So that's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Somebody, there wasn't Nina that someone was asking how long you've been in the course. So we started first week of October.
Yeah, first week of October. And I've been through a lot. It's a lot. I have to say, it's been intensive, mainly, I guess, because I got a 9 to 5 as well. But to be fair, I needed it to be intensive, and I needed to have those deadlines, because otherwise I'm not sure I would have done half as much as I have done if I didn't have that deadline to know that I was going to have this done by the next session, and so on and so forth. So I think in terms of the groundwork, I've actually come a long way. Okay, I'm still umming and ahhing about the designs, but I'm nearly there. But I'm further on than I would have been if I was doing it on my own.
So let explain like how the sessions are and the homework. What kind of tasks are you given?
Okay, so I mean, we have obviously the group sessions on Sunday evening, and we talk through. Okay, so say for instance, well, Jacqueline takes you right back to the foundations, and I think when you start, you actually tend to forget. You think, right, you're just going to go straight into the how she sources, how you can bring your business to this point, but Jackie literally unpicks everything and starts you from the beginning. She says, it's almost like, what are your foundations? What's your mission statement? How do you want to run your business? It's almost like, you become part of your own business. So you truly understand why you're doing what you're doing. And I think it's important, because in the end, that's the message that you're giving in the end, whenever you create something. Also, your customer avatar. I think a lot of us have said, okay, we'll start these labels, and then we go out there, we try and sell, and literally every day is a hustle. But then we're not very targeted, and we assume that everybody would welcome what we're doing, when they won't. And it's that realization that you actually are communicating this to this particular person. and it's that particular person that will pick up your label and your brand and basically affiliate with what you create. So all of that has been extremely helpful, to really unpick and start from the beginning and literally build your foundations upwards. And I would have to say from that, it's kind of helped in the direction of the type of fabrics, what you want to use, what I want to use, what my designs are going to look like, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's been a very good process. You got missing. Can anybody hear me?
You're still there. I think
you're fine.
No, you're there. Can you guys hear us both? Can hear you, Francis.
Yes.
I think there's okay, we'll try to bring her back in. I think there's unless she's doing it from her phone, so that could be a little bit of a challenge. But guys, that's just a snippet. Maybe she'll be back. We'll see if she'll be able to get back on. You guys have any questions? I was going to ask about the dynamics of how she's. Yeah, I was going to ask a few more stuff, but let's just see so far what you guys been asking. You can hear and see both here. She's cut off. I think her screen went. You saw how my screen just went as well a moment ago. Yeah, Francis, I don't know what happened either, but I mean, I think you guys got quite a bit from that. I'll be bringing somebody else on tomorrow as well. So what it's all my little surprises. So I'll bring somebody else on tomorrow to give their perspective of being in the group. So I'm going to just go back through your comments, and if you've got any questions, do post them. Actually, I wanted to just quickly remind you. I want to just explain a little bit more. I know you may think, "Oh, I've heard this before." The importance of knowing what you're getting into, and yeah, I'm just getting this up for you guys if it's going to work, just so you can see what somebody else experienced. It's fortunately Francis has come off. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this is just showing you another student who finished up. This was Tassia, and Tassia, oh no, he's playing up he's playing up. But I mean, you quickly, sorry, Tassia joined F.A.B in 2016, and I know it's cut off, but don't worry, I can tell you. Tassia joined F.A.B in 2016. She what did she say? She said the workshop was key in connecting all the steps in her career, and she's so pleased to have taken part. So it's been really good for her to have taken part in this, and to know that it's equipped her. To she's gone now to Kenya, and she's setting up her business, and she's working also with some people there. Francis, you're back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry, but you're back.
It just went black. Was I talking to myself?
Yeah, no worries. No, we heard you. I was going to say to you, the fact of working in a group.
Yeah.
How have you found that? I mean, I know you're quite open. I mean, you talk, you ask questions, you're interactive, and that's the kind of makes it that makes it fun as well for me.
Yeah.
I do want you guys to talk. I will ask you questions. But how have you found the dynamic? The fact of being in the group, because some people they think, oh, they won't get access to me, and they'll come ask the questions that they want to ask. But how have you found that you've been able to ask the questions?
Well, yeah. I mean, in the end, if you want to know the answer to something, you've got to ask. Whether you're in group sessions or not, you can't be afraid to ask. But at the same time, if you're running a business, you can't be afraid to ask or speak up or anything. So if you don't do that, now's the time, to be honest. So yeah. It's also been good because you kind of hear everyone else's perspective. It's probably it's quite good as well, because you're kind of hearing that you've all kind of made similar mistakes along the line, you know, along the way, and it's nice to hear different perspectives on those things as well. And you know, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's a good idea to have it as a group session.
Yeah,
And it
exactly.
also pushes you to actually get stuff done, because you're like,
Yeah,
oh no, I haven't done it.
but it's okay. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm tough. I will say to you, this is a deadline, and I will keep asking about things. But
yeah,
you know, I do try to give you some time. But I do want
yeah.
us to meet the end goal and to meet it in a time that I've been saying. But what, just so you guys know, you do also get that session with me each month. So Frances was actually supposed to be this week, but she was so kind enough to
Yeah.
let me do this week and get to do this week, and then we're gonna have our session next week, I believe.
Next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been really good like that. But you all get your time with me, like the guys who have done it before, they show me their so some of the assignments were like to create a manifesto, to go and do like shop reports and go to check out your customer, who they are, to learn your ICA, giving you some um cheat sheets and workbooks to work through, questions to ask the supply. We go deep into everything, and they, you know, these guys aren't even finished yet. There's more to come. This week
Mm.
we're looking at what did I say is this week? Country selection. We're looking into exporting and some of the things involved with that as well, in just logistical side of things, to give them a bit more understanding of what to kind of expect. So that's what they're going to be getting. And you know, we're working on this on the designs to work through the sampling as well. So I've already started to work out which supplier to assign to each person. So that's what's going to happen with you guys as well when you sign up. And then, you know, we'll start building those relationships so you guys can, you know, my little babies can just grab their supply partners and go off and do their thing after the program is done. But I'll always be here as support. We have our own Facebook group. So once you're part of that, you'll be part of the alumni as well. So you won't ever have to leave. I'm going to go through some of these questions or points. So, Francis, if you can stay on, I
Yeah,
know
sure.
you, so I appreciate it, but there are some people asking questions and maybe you can ask, even though I can. But okay. So yeah, so people just saying hello, good evening, where they're from. They've seen the testimonial videos that I showed tonight about fast. So those who join, if you join, so Francis ain't on the SAM, the Source Africa Mastery Program, but this is the new thing that I'm delivering to you guys, which is 6 months, and it includes the trips. So yes, there's a new investment for that, but that's for those who want to get that added benefit of coming out there or working over 6 months. Um, so somebody says, "Hey, Francis," I'm not sure who that is. And you know, Alan Likindo,
Sorry?
Francis.
Do I?
You know, I don't know. Maybe never designer. Anna, are you Cameroonian as well? There she is. Someone saying greetings to you, Francis. I feel you. African shirt is life. African fashion is life. They're saying thanks for quitting and overcoming fear and mistakes. Oh, look at these people. Look at that love. That love on Halloween. Not Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving, not Halloween. But there's some love. They're giving you some love. Thanks for not quitting, overcoming fear and mistakes. Someone's going through the same feeling that you've had. So look, you're sharing all this. That's the thing, is what you're feeling, everybody's feeling is very similar. You probably hear from the person who's going to speak tomorrow, who's going to share their experience. The same thing. You come on and you're unsure. You're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But as each week goes, I'll reassure you, in the right place. You're doing the right thing. This is you grabbing opportunity by the horns and moving your business forward. It's only down to you to do that. Okay. I'm just a vehicle that's being used to guide you through a process that will get you to your end goal. Okay. And then you can feel that you've got a little shoulder to lean on. You guys are my little bit bedazzling. You like this? It's really about the animal print. That's what it's mainly about. But anyway, someone else says they're going through the same feeling. Your testimony is giving them life. And saying so true. That's the way I felt. I think they meant start stating on trend and being at the same level as the high street. Oh yeah, How long you've been in the course? We said that's just a couple of months now. Um, yes, we're more than wax. Love that. And they like the sound of that. Okay, very interesting. Heard it clearly. Blah blah blah. We'd like to hear a little bit more about the assignments. Do you want to share anything? Did you mention the assignment already?
Target market, your avatar, your manifesto. I didn't go to any into very much. And
there was one
I think
value.
yes,
Serena,
the value.
one,
Yes.
with a 5-step system.
Your pricing. Yep, your pricing.
Pricing.
Understanding how to price your garments. You do a little research, and which actually helps a lot, actually, because then you decide where you want to actually position yourself. Are you going to be, fast fashion? Are you going to be that mid boutique, or are you just going to go all in and go for high end? But so all of that, yes, I've done that. What else have I done? I'm just trying to think how I've actually ticked off as my my assignments. Yeah, so I'm on the last bit now, which is the design. Yes. Is that the last bit?
Samson Saboye, amazing guy. He's got a shop called Saboye in London. In town, check it out. How are you doing, Samson? I hope you're doing cool. He does some amazing suits as well in Ankara. Great stuff. But yeah, you get all these tasks, guys. I do give you. I think I gave you guys a bit of a break last week. I give you some videos to watch as well from previous fast workshops that we've had, and these are with experts in the industry. Those I don't know if you've watched all of them, Francis. I don't. You may not have
I have actually. Huh.
So the videos are from those who have factories in industry, those who are just doing stuff. There's trend ones coming, and African trends, specifically on African trends. There's so much coming. You get. Oh my gosh, Francis, you guys get so much. How many days each week, format and hours? Okay, so each week it's 90 minutes. So I'll do a presentation, and then we have some Q&A. And sorry, if my virus for me. Then we do Q&A as well. This time there's 5 people in the group. So it's quite intimate. Someone's Tanzanian. Oh, so you're based in Tanzania? Oh, Anna, why do I think you're Cameroonian? Shame on me. Excuse me. Looking good, thank you. Are any of the sessions face to face? It's all virtual learning. Yes, virtual learning because there's people from the US, people from Trinidad there, and now Bridget's here in this group. This training right now. Bridget is based in Australia. If she signs up, we would have to work out the time differences. So it's just better when it's virtual. In the last F.A.B that I had before this one, the people from, like I said, Japan, Canada, Australia, UK. I think there was Denmark, all different parts of the world. So the fact of it being virtual means that more people can access it. Because when I first started it, it was face to face. It was in London, King's Cross. So if you were based in Australia or based in California, you couldn't join, and people kept asking to join. So that's why I then brought it online. So the assignments are mainly research. No, they're not mainly research. That's some of the assignments are research. But then things like the costing sheets, these are practical worksheets and that you get access to that will help you to do your calculations for your personally for your business. And yeah, sorry, Francis, you wanted to say something?
No, sorry, I'm just watching. Sorry, it's my mini me. She's brushing her teeth.
Oh, bless.
Sorry.
No worries. Sorry. Did you want to just say one last thing, and I can answer the rest of the questions? Did you want to just sum up how it is so far and what your plans are and where do you feel this will take you? Just any kind of summary. Final word, just to say to those who are here tonight and who will watch the replay.
For me, it's about refocusing, and it has been about focus and basically resetting those foundations. And I think once you've got your foundations right, everything else you've got a point of reference. So everything else tends to fall into place. And that was what was missing the first time round. I was literally just grabbing whatever I could find in order to make what I wanted. And I found that once that collection was produced and I was actually talking to PR people and so on and so forth, the response maybe was okay, but I don't think they really got it. And I think that was more about me not being able to communicate what I was trying to communicate. Now I feel that I could talk passionately about what I've got and what I'm about to achieve. And I reckon that's what's going to win me my customers. So yeah, it's definitely, that's what it is. You need to get that foundation right, and you need to live and breathe what you're doing. If you don't believe in what you're creating, what's the point? And so, I'm off my soapbox.
No, that's fine. So would you recommend F.A.B? Would you what would you say to those who are thinking about it or deliberating? Have some concerns, or what would you say?
I would say, well, I'm going to be truly honest with you and say probably like the most concerns will be the investment. It isn't, to be fair, if I think about what I'm investing in, I wouldn't think twice about doing it. And I didn't, because
Okay, so it looks like, unfortunately, it cut us both off. Oh, Francis is back. Maybe it's a limit.
Just then, no, I was just going to say, let me go quickly, so but it doesn't cut out again. What I was going to say was, yeah, in the end, okay, what people kind of would probably and are about, like, most of us, like small business owners, is the investment. But if I think about what I've got with what I've done so far, it's definitely well worth it. And what I'm about to achieve and where I can go with what I've got so far, and the knowledge that I have so far, is definitely worth it. And I actually feel quite passionate about what I'm doing now. I haven't felt that way for a while. So yeah, I think it's worth it. If it's what you want to do, then go for it. Don't hold back.
So there you go. Don't hold back. If it's what you want to do, all you guys are here. You're watching on the replay. You signed up. There was 400 people who registered for this challenge. Not everybody turned up because they obviously liked the idea of it, but it wasn't really what they wanted to do. We had about 250 the first day, but you guys are still here right now. You guys watching the replay, you guys watching live. If it's what you really want to do, take this opportunity. Book that call with me. Grab the balls by the horn. Do like Francis did. Feel the fear. Do it anyway. You know, get your success in your business and grab this opportunity and let me help you get prepared. So Francis, I want to say thank you once more. Yeah, for your time. Yeah, put me to bed.
Yes.
And we will we have our session next week. You got an extra week actually to get prepared.
Yeah, I know, thank God.
You got an extra week, so I want to see some stuff. I'll be seeing.
Yeah, so do I.
You're gonna be busy.
Yeah, I am. But it's fine. You will see.
God bless you. Guys,
Thank you.
You're welcome.